very broad term that can be used to explain so many things. But to say the least, our culture is different than European culture, American culture, Asian culture, and Australian culture. So we are going to show you that difference is beautiful. The purpose behind this video is to show you guys that for something as simple as marriage, different cultures can see it in a completely different way. So in this video you're gonna travel with us and discover how a Moroccan marriage goes with BERRADA Soukaina, how a Chinese marriage goes with ZERHOUNI Aicha, and how an Indian marriage goes with BENJELLOUN Meryem.
In Morocco, the marriage celebration includes several well-organized ceremonies that can last from 3 days to a week, depending on the family and the region of Morocco. These festivities are always the ideal opportunity to bring Moroccan families together and show the richness of Moroccan customs and tradition through clothing, art, music, cuisine, which is represented via a cocktail of delicious dishes. Moroccan women still attend in the traditional ways. The wedding dress is usually a kaftan, a sort of long robe made of silk, satin, chiffon silk, or other rich fabrics, and covered with a jacket. The dress is often open on the bottom and may have embroidery or screen details, and may be retained by a wide belt at the waist and adds a stunning touch to the moment. Let's talk now about the pre-marriage custom. The future bride and groom start formalities for the marriage about a year prior to the celebration. Sometimes it is a simple agreement signed in the presence of witness and edul, Moroccan notary. But generally, an act of formal marriage commitment is established in the presence of the family members of the couple. The husband is required to give a gift to his bride. Some gifts may be symbolic, such as sugar, which represents a happy life, or milk, of purity, or basic gifts, which should include dates, water, orange flower, and henna. They also include engagement ring and alins. Gifts vary depending on the region of Morocco, and could range from jewelry and bolts of fabric to kaftan, shoes, handbag, or perfume. These gifts are typically arranged in very large flat silver-colored container and covered with a conical lid, which is similar to the form of a big tagine. 2 days before the wedding, cousins required the bride to go to the traditional Moroccan hammam, sauna, with her girlfriend and relatives. It is considered as an act of purification and accompanied by beautiful traditional song, performed by her friends. The next ceremony will take place using the famous Moroccan henna. Henna comes from a plant that can reach up to a meter in height, and its leaves produce yellow or red dyes, which are often used for body paint to create different shapes and designs. At the ceremony, henna, a professional Moroccan henna artist, drew a symbolic motif on the hand and feet of the bride as a lucky charm for her new life. The bride's friends and relatives who are involved in marriage will also get to have henna. Now we're gonna talk about the famous day, the Moroccan wedding day. On the day of the wedding, the ceremony began with the song and dance. The tradition of Islam demands the ceremony began with reading Quranic verses and song in praise of the Prophet. Next, the guests gather in a large room. After a few minutes of touring the large guest room, accompanied by music from a live traditional band, the couple is descended from a merial to sit in 2 comfortable chairs strategically centered in the room, where wedding guests get to have their picture taken with the couple. The couple follow and the bride, dressed in a white kaftan with matching jewelry, heads to a large chair, the merial, along with her groom. 4 strong men carry the merial around the wedding room, so every guest gets to see and wish the couple happiness and good luck. Through the ceremony, the bride changed outfits, adorning a selection of superb kaftan, justifying the reputation of Moroccan marriage. The bride can wear as many as 7 different outfits, with the last wardrobe change In general, a magnificent white wedding dress.
Maybe if the stars align, maybe if our worlds collide, maybe on the dark side we could be together, maybe in a million miles, on a highway through the skies, someday soon we'll be together.
A traditional Chinese wedding is often full of beautiful, meaningful, and sometimes bizarre rituals. Chinese people say sensual yuli, which means 3 letters and 6 etiquettes, basically referring to the necessary steps people follow in traditional Chinese weddings. This ritual is part of the culture and protocol of Chinese marriages. So let us start with the letters. The first letter is the betrothal letter, Pinshu, which was a contract between the two families. Then, a gift letter is necessary, Li Shu, which is the list of gifts that come with the bride's dowry once both parties accept the marriage. And finally, the wedding letter, Ying Tin Shu, to welcoming the bride into her new husband's home. Now that we have defined the 3 letters, let us move to the 6 etiquettes. The first one is the proposal. When the boy's parents have found a suitable woman, they invite a matchmaker to come with them to the girl's home to propose. If both families agreed, the matchmaker was given gifts to show gratitude and to ensure the happiness of their children. In some cases, the prospective bride and groom would not meet until their wedding day. If the match is determined as unsuccessful, the potential marriage is abandoned from their forth. The fourth step is gifts given. Once their match has been confirmed, the groom's parents would send betrothal gifts to the girl's family. These gifts would usually be items such as gold, jewelry, wine, tea, and foods with good symbolism. Amongst the gifts will be a silver coin engraved with the character Q, meaning proposal. The parents of the bride will send back another coin bearing Yan, meaning agreed. Giving wedding gifts was one of the most important etiquettes of the 6, and it was meant to show respect towards the bride and her family. The 5th etiquette is called wedding dates. Selecting the perfect date is very important for a wedding. The boy's family consults an astrologist to pick an auspicious day for the ceremony. This assures a good future for the couple and is important to avoid an unlucky day. Once the wedding date has been fixed, the groom's family would request the bride's parents to send her dowry in order to decorate the bridal chamber. The wedding could not commence until the chamber had been decorated. The quality of the woman's dowry would affect the status and treatment she would receive from her husband's family. The final etiquette is the wedding ceremony. It's customary for the groom and his entourage to come to the bride's house for the first part of the ceremony. The bride will wait in her room for the groom to collect her and bring her back to his house. While waiting for him to show up, the bride's family traditionally sets up a table of offerings for the gods and ancestors to bless the couple with a long and happy marriage.
At dawn on the wedding day, after a bath in water mixed with grapefruit juice, the bride puts on her new clothes and a pair of red shoes to await the so-called good luck woman to arrange her hair in the style of married woman. The bride's head would then be covered with a red silk veil because the color red symbolizes happiness in Chinese culture. Before the bride left her parents' home, she would cry to show her reluctance to leave her mother and to thank her parents for educating her. The groom would go to the bride's house to collect her, but on the way, he would have to overcome several tricky scenarios to show he was worthy of seeing his bride. After that, when the groom arrives to the bride's house, he must not leave the car by himself. Traditionally, the bride's brother must open the door for him and escort him into the home.
This symbolizes the bride's family acceptance and welcoming the groom to the family. Then, the bride and groom serve tea to their parents and older married relatives, such as grandparents, uncles, aunties, and cousins. It signifies a symbol of love, respect, and gratitude. This ritual is called tea ceremony.
There is also a tradition which called the red umbrella. So the red umbrella is traditionally held by the bride's father to shelter the bride to the car as she is leaving the house to go to the groom's residence. During this time, the relatives will also throw rice on the top of the umbrella. This ritual is meant to protect the bride from evil spirits that may be watching the house. When the bride is in the wedding car, she throws a pretty Chinese fan out of the window. It's believed that when she does this, she also throws out her bad temper and other negative qualities so that the couple will have a happy and smooth marriage. There is another tradition that does not exist in other cultures. When the marital bed has been set up, a baby boy from either one of the families will be made to play and roll around the bed. The belief behind this tradition is to ensure the couple will be blessed with a son, which is very important in Chinese culture. The day after the wedding, the bride usually prepares a breakfast for both families. She will receive a small gift from all the relatives as she is formally introduced to the groom's family, and they will proceed to give the bride a formal title within their family. 3 days after the wedding, the bride and the groom visit the bride's family. At this time, the bride is no longer considered as a part of the family, but still welcomed as a guest. The groom is expected to present a roasted pig and enjoy a meal with the rest of the family.
Namaste. As you can see, what I wear here refers to Indian culture. Indian weddings are traditionally multi-day affairs and involve many intricate ceremonies such as the painting of the hands and feet of the bride called a mehendi, which is henna. Garlands are presented to guests of honor instead of corsage, and lots of flowers and rose petals are thrown for good luck. The wedding is typically divided into 3 parts: pre-wedding, main, and post-wedding. The pre-wedding includes all the preparations and a party the night before where each side of the family can meet each other and dance and have fun. A pandit, who has selected the day of the wedding based on the bride and groom's horoscopes, conducts a prayer with family members to provide the couple with a happily married life. The wedding altar, mandapa, is built the day of, and the groom is welcomed by his future mother-in-law, where his feet and then washed, and he is offered milk and honey. His sister-in-law will attempt to steal his shoes, and if she succeeds, the groom must pay her to get them back. An Indian groom typically wears a turban with a veil of flowers to protect him from evil spirits. The parents give the bride away, but they do not eat before the wedding to remain pure for the occasions. The bride's sari is tied to the groom's scarf to symbolize the union of the souls. During a similar ceremony, a cord is tied around the couple's necks to protect them from evil, and they are typically tied by elders of the bride and groom. In Indian weddings, the Mangala Sutra is tied around the bride's neck instead of exchanging rings. The Mangala Sutra is a cord with 2 gold pendants and is tied in 3 knots by the groom to symbolize the bonding of the 2 souls for 100 years.
This necklace lets others know that the bride is married. One fun ceremony is called Mangar Fairs. This is when the bride and groom cycle sacred 4 times to represent Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, and they run to their seats. Whoever gets there first will rule the household. In Saptapati, the groom helps the bride touch 7 beetles newts with her right toe while they recite 7 vows. Finally, 7 married women from the bride's side pass by the couple and whisper blessings in the bride's right ear. After the wedding, the bride is carried out by her brothers. The bride then leaves for the groom's home where her mother-in-law has placed a vessel filled with rice at the entrance of the home. The bride is supposed to spill the rice by touching it with her right foot to signify wealth and that the bride accepts her new responsibilities. Another fun game for the newlyweds is called Aiki Beki, where a tray of water is mixed with milk and sindoor vermilion and it's filled with coins in a ring. Whoever finds the ring 4 out of 7 times will rule the household. The day is then concluded with prayers to God requesting happiness and love for the newlyweds.
As you guys have seen, marriages around the world are completely different. And traditions give that particular charm to the weddings, and this is exactly why we should hold on to what we have and never let it go. Yes, marriages are different. Weddings are even more different, but we all agree on the basis and principle of this commitment. And that being married to someone that you love and being devoted to that person is what matters the most. That's why we all celebrate weddings, which is the thing that makes us feel like we're a part of something a lot bigger than just ourselves.